Hey everyone, Jamie Pate here, and welcome to this video where today I'm going to walk through what I have done so far in my Storytellers for Hometown Holiday mini book. This is a class taught by Heidi Swapp, and I just have had requests for sharing what I've done so far, so let's get to it. All right, I need to start with a disclaimer. I have already recorded this video, and for whatever reason, the audio did not come with it. So you're going to see me in this first section of today's video talk about the book that's not going to match my hand motions because I'm doing a voiceover. But you know what? Right now, we're just going with it. We're just making it work. So you're seeing me talk here about the beginning of the Storytellers. I already introduced this in our intro, and Heidi had embellished her cover beautifully, which is part of the class. I have not done so as of yet. I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of wait on that sort of thing. So I don't have the cover embellished. I do have the cutout that is now a vellum window, which is always such a fun technique because she shares that. And on the inside, I decided to then die cut a stitch frame to kind of just cover it and just sort of give it a bit of a finished look. And then, this is following her class where she shares how to create this embellishment cluster with a journal pocket behind it. And mine is a variation on a theme because this book is very much about the tradition at my mother's house on the day after Thanksgiving when the children, for as far back as I can remember, would help decorate their tree. And with all my children here this Thanksgiving, that is exactly what took place. So I went on the theme of tradition, and I liked that car that had the tree on top because the point was about the tree and about decorating grandma's tree. So this is a book that is going to be full of that. Now I'm going to share with you what my finished pages look like before the photos are in place, because I think that's always kind of fun to see, like the blank book, the before and after. And then I will share the process of adding some of those photos. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to talk in a little bit more detail about even some more photos and kind of my reasoning for where they ended up and whatnot. So you can find all this embellishment technique that she shared in her class, which is always so much fun, and there's always something to be gained and so many takeaways. So this Fa La La page is very much like she shared, but I didn't do quite as many openables, and I went ahead and added a photo in here already just because I did. I have no reason why. I just did. I love this photo so much. I love these little doors, and then on this next little door, I have included a space for journaling. So when you open the door, there's this little tag that's in place, and it flips down, and I kind of gave it a little bit of a title, and then plenty of space for journaling right there. And then you can see I went pretty heavy and throughout the whole book on that wreath die set because I love it. I love it so much. Now, I didn't do this pocket right because my tag is sticking to adhesive somewhere. I don't even know. So it's a little bit of a tug, but this tag, I used it to kind of give the why for this book. And so just a couple of notes were jotted on there, and that just is like a nice little opener for the point of this book. And I stapled on the wreath dies. I just can't love them. Okay, so this December calendar was part of Heidi's class. And in hindsight, maybe I should have done a November calendar and then put big emphasis on this Thanksgiving weekend portion that this book is. But you know what? I just decided it was just a creative page, a creative play page. And I loved her idea behind it. And I just went in with some stamping from all her different Christmas release stamps. And I just had fun with it. And sometimes that's just the point, right? Just have fun with the thing. And not everything has to mean something. And I'm talking to myself when I say that. I love this next interactive page, and I did this pretty true to the class. I love the whole idea of that door. Now you can see there's some leftover ink on my door because I had the vellum stamped and then I didn't love it. And so I redid it and I kept my vellum unstamped, and you're going to see how that plays into everything in the photo portion of this video. But then this great interactive large page that mine already broke. I don't know. I don't know if I had enough of a tab there. I honestly don't know what happened, but I'm sharing my mistakes because, it doesn't matter because it still comes in and out of that page. It's still interactive. And you're going to see how I put that page to work too with quite a large photo story. This accordion page is fantastic. I love it so much. I think she's done this a couple times. Talk about real estate on one page for photos. It's just wonderful. And so I put that to work. Then she also shares the technique for this little shaker portion. I am not a shaker girl, but I had so much fun doing this. I mean, I think you can hear the smile on my face even right now. Now, I think I might have had too much of the mica flakes, but then I don't know. Can you have too many mica flakes? I don't know. That's my daughter and her boyfriend. They were totally goofing off that day at Grandma's. This page is pretty true to the class. I was pretty heavy with the ledger paper pack. I just love the ledger paper. I love how it plays with the hometown holidays. This was a clever idea with that little booklet. And I have idea for that little booklet, and it's covered with that acetate. Just so cute. Just so cute. I just love how it turned out. And photo flips. Who is here for the photo flips? Boy, that's a great technique. And you can see how I have already put some notes on there, whether I've clipped them or written them for what photo stories are going to go onto those pages. Now, this next page the technique is found in the class. My patterns and my papers are a little different, changed it up. And that's the beauty of a class, right? Sometimes a class, you can do it exactly for what it's sharing, or it can be a launching pad for some other ideas. It's just like whatever. The value is endless because you could even come in here with a whole different idea besides this, right? So you can see how those acetates paper was used as tabs. So much fun. Now this page is really different. The launching pad for me were the envelopes. And so I did those on one page. I stayed with the color scheme. I stayed with these blues and greens, which I am just seriously loving this season. And I need to fix that envelope. It is crooked indeed. I love this little embellishment cluster that I put together with the wreath die. So much fun, just so much value to that die. I tell you what. And then I added a little stamped banner to it. This little piece of ledger paper was literally just kind of sitting on my desk, and I really wanted to stamp a quote or something. So I used Hope, Peace, Joy, Love, which are the 4 themes of Advent. And of course the tree, because that's the whole theme of this book, was the tree at Grandma's house. And so that's a look at this before the photos. And what we're going to do here is turn this over to a short little processing of just adding some of the photos. And then I'll come back again and talk about even more photos that I was able to add to this wonderful hometown holiday album. For being so patient with the audio mishap at the beginning of this. You already saw this page with its photos. And you saw this photo rather, we put in, which I thought was super fun. My son just being his goofy self, and I just love this photo so much. And I just thought it was super fun to have it tucked in here in this vellum. And what I don't have in here yet is my journaling, and I have a lot to say about these stories, and I haven't quite decided if I'm going to actually handwrite everything or type things. And then you saw my mishap with this book here where it's missing its tab. You know, stuff happens. But I ended up having to trim this all the way down because this was a 6x4 photo, I believe, and it was pretty big if I was going to leave a border around it. So I had this collage out of these 6 photos in here. So it was just a great way to add 7 photos, right? We'll have 8 photos on this page. And so it was just a fun and very unique way to be able to add those in. So you saw this accordion book, and you saw in the music part of this that I was putting the wrong photos in there. I wanted these to be my daughter and my mother. And so I've got lots of place here for either another photo or some journaling, probably, and it lays flat so I can write in here, or I can add some embellishing there too. And I have the space here as well for some journaling. So that was a lot of fun. Then you saw how I didn't do this in the quick walkthrough. So I added my daughter-in-law with my granddaughter. That's not their baby. Just want to make sure everyone knows that. I only have one granddaughter. It belongs to my daughter. And then my son and her just taking a picture with their beautiful niece. So that was fun. And I've got some things I want to add to that as well. Always here for the photo flips, right? Just a great way for a lot of photo real estate. And these are just a lot of random photos and then a posed photo. And so this is a great place to do those kinds of photos. Kind of what I might call secondary photos. I mean, they brilliantly tell the story, right? Like this photo here to me is a primary photo in a way that it really tells the whole big story. And this to me with a photo flips is a great place to maybe put the secondary story, the other stories that kind of support the main story. And I've got a lot of story words put in there. One of my most favorite photos, my daughters and their niece or daughter. And so this to me, again, on this page was a primary photo, but so is this one. This was a super beautiful photo. I was able to fit a 5x5 inside of here. Super happy to be able to do that. And I actually didn't see this photo at first. I've probably been through these photos like 3 or 4 times, and I just saw this one today and printed it out and knew I wanted it to be a big size photo. So this book here is great for larger format. I went back to 3x4. I got room here on this side for maybe some embellishing, but you know, maybe not. And then over here for some journaling on each of these pages. And then this photo is here as well. And I still got some more room for more photos if I want to. Love this whole idea here with these little acetate flips or tabs or whatever you want to call them. So happy how that turned out. This page hasn't really changed too much. I've added one photo under here, and that's going to be a great story. And there is just lots of room left here in this to add, I don't know, whatever comes to mind, whatever that I linger over the story so much because there's so many things that were important here. This to me was a story that needed a lot of space and a lot of telling. So thank you so much for watching this video today and for sharing in this walkthrough. And I hope you're inspired to take the class if you have not already. Do it exactly like Heidi has shown or make it your own. It's just the possibilities are wide open with a wonderful class like this. All right, I'll see you in the next video.